Hey, welcome to KROSS BARZ, the podcast where we discuss interesting topics with alternative perspective. I am your co-host, Big O, and I have with me...
Hey, Jay, Tanae is back in the building one more time. There's two type of people. They say like there's people that make things happen, there's people that watch things happen. We making it happen today. We got Monifah, the one and only R&B diva, R&B royalty from my era, yo. Give it up for Monifah, y'all. It's Monifah.
Yeah.
What's up, Jay?
Yeah. Okay. Listen. You're aging
Beautiful
good.
intro. Thank
Look
you.
at you. You still got the glow. You know that, right? You're glowing.
Oh, thank you.
You got
You
that
still got
glow?
It's a little bronzer. No, I'm like, just a little something to pick me
A
up.
little
I was out
bronzer.
promoting.
Okay.
All right, hold on. What's in the cup now?
Oh, just some tea. Just some tea.
Oh, just the tea?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Got you. Just a little tea. All right. So now first we have to ask, where are you originally from?
I am from East Harlem, New York. Spanish Harlem.
Spanish Harlem.
El Barrio. Yes, I'm a
East
Harlem
Harlem?
girl. I'm an East Harlem girl. Jefferson Project.
Going up and
You know I got, oh my God, this or that. I'm going to get her with some, okay.
Yeah, so era.
I didn't know. I promise to God, I thought she was a Brooklyn girl. Real talk.
No.
Because it's right there,
I knew.
It ain't right
I
there.
knew.
The Bronx is right there. That's all
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
saying. It ain't right there, Jay. Talk about right there.
Right
Thank
there.
you, Jay, for knowing.
So from East Harlem, but now tell me, how was it? Because growing up in Harlem, you tell me your experience, because I'm originally from New Jersey, and I looked at New Yorkers like y'all was a little bit cooler than us. But when I got older, I felt like no.
Still right now, like
no way. but we looked over, look across the way, and it was like, y'all flavor was awesome. But tell me about your experience growing up in East Harlem.
East Harlem was wow. So the east side of Harlem, a lot of first before, when my mom first got there, still very heavily populated with Italians and some Polish. And then the influx of people from Puerto Rico. So it became a concentrated area of Puerto Ricans coming in and Black folk, because, the projects were developed for middle, income families from the military. That's how it, all started, right? So my mother was the first person ever in the apartment, right? She, and she's still there. Like my mom is still there.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
The first, okay.
Yeah, she was there before they finished like the
rest of the apartment. The rest of the building.
Like the grounds, like they would just finish the grounds, right? So I'm sorry, I have a little cold, guys. I apologize. It was so growing up, I was born in 1972. I'll be 53 this year.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
In 2 weeks.
Ain't scared.
January 28th. Shout out to all the Aquarians. And
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay, that's not what we do.
Happy early birthday.
What? That's not what we do. Aquarius. God. Okay. Yeah, that's like they accept you.
Get you go see this guy right here.
No, you get if you're Aquarius, you go to the VA, you get full benefits. You don't even have to tell them anything. Like I'm Aquarius, oh no, you good. You certified.
You good, exactly. You're Aquarius too?
No, I'm a Scorpio. I'm crazy.
Scorpio, okay. Growing up oh, that's the reminder for you guys. All late. So it was like I went to PS 57. So there was I know a little bit of Spanish, a little bit, like I could understand, I could speak it a little bit.
The curse words.
It was not just curse words. I grew up hearing, there were 2 bodegas across the street from my building. So the Puerto Rican men would be out there playing dominoes, and I was raised in the era of the village, right? Still like kind of like the last of the generation that was really Miss Watkins.
Yes.
Bust
your tail and then tell your mother she got you doing something crazy.
Yeah.
It was very that. My mother my mother worked. She was an executive. She was a secretary. She worked for the Episcopal Church Center, so she traveled for work as well. So my mom, I was a latchkey, a latchkey kid,
Gotcha.
right? And just like my brothers, I have 2 older brothers
Okay.
that are 12 and 13 years older than me. So they cleared the way for all of my
Oh,
shenanigans.
absolutely. Oh yeah, the knuckle game was right. I got you.
Yeah,
Understand? Yeah, absolutely.
and so like because like a lot of my friends' moms didn't work, so I was like the friend that we could go to my house either if we wanted to play hooky once we got a little older. We would come to my house, hang out, or just hang out after school. As long as I did my chores. And my mom was the mom that took all of my friends to like see plays and theater cultural stuff. My mother was really big on making sure that I understood that there were more than the 4 corners that we lived
Exposure.
in.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And to this day, my God bless my friend. She was like, Miss Eleanor, I love your mother. Like she took us so many places and showed us so much. But the actual having jams in the park. You know what I mean? Like the DJs coming out, and
Absolutely.
that's when the Webo was out. Webo was like this dance at
Yeah.
the battles, the dance battles. I grew up, yelling up to my mommy, "Can I stay out? Keisha Big Sisters on the bench." Like,
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Not on
There's
the
there's
bench.
adult supervision out here.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
I
mommy,
got
can
you.
you tell me if 50 sat down? I lived on the 6th floor, so she could just
I
throw.
love it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
it was I can't explain it. It actually, I'm getting choked up because just thinking about, I haven't even gotten choked up ever about talking about how I was raised in the neighborhood in which I grew up.
Yeah.
Because I remember the devastation that came with the crack era.
Correct.
And how it changed. It just kind of did a
Everything.
most of us were affected by it. My brother fell victim to it, and a lot of my friends' older siblings did as well. So we watched it kind of take, we were all affected by it, got PTSD from it, and watched it, and then also became ingrained in the culture with with dating and dating street guys, and well, I don't want to say street guys, but guys that ended up it took friends that way as well. People started slinging it, and it became a whole thing, and and then people were dying, losing friends, right?
That.
But the fun times, I would say, from being able to be outside and up until about like being outside like 8, because the neighborhood is pretty, as long as you're outside in front of the building where everybody's at, you're good.
Everybody outside.
If I can't see you're wrong.
You're wrong, right.
I gotta look out the window. There she go. Yeah, I got
like
you.
high school, up until like just about to go to high school.
Oh, you had to do that high school. Oh, you was a little too pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you was ugly, they just let you roam around. Like, nah, she good.
And then I remember the first day I stopped hanging out with my mom. Like when I was like, no, like she was like, we're gonna go see Nanny, my grandmother, her mother, and I was like, no, mom, can I just want to hang out? Can I hang around the block while you go out? I remember that day so clearly. It was like, because my mother was like my first best friend, and so I remember that day so clearly because, and she remembers it too because she said she was like, well, okay,
yeah, you don't want to hang with me,
yeah.
And that was,
she already knew, like.
So wait a minute, did your grandmother live in Harlem as well?
No, she lived in Brooklyn. My
She
grandmother
lived, see, I knew you had some Brooklyn favors. See, yeah, I got.
Fourth and Fifth.
Oh, Park Slope. Oh, you came from money.
Well, Bergen between 4th and 5th. I watched that change happen. Like I watched as the the gentrification happened. Started happening. A lot of Alabaster
in the 80s.
Started buying property on my grandma's block. So I watched that transition happen.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna let you know that I actually thought, coming out of college, and I wanted to, be a part of the Renaissance because I've learned about it. I became a history man and education. I wanted to be in Harlem because of devastation of crack in the 80s and 90s, and then they had a whole bunch of brownstones that if you was willing to rehabilitate them, they would sell you for $1.
Yep. Look.
And I was like, yeah, I want to go in there. However, let me explain to you, Monifah, that because I was coming out of college, didn't have much money, you had to have basically $300,000 in cash in escrow to be able to buy for $1.
Right.
Because they said you had to be able to build it up. And I
Build it
was
up.
like,
Gotcha. Makes sense.
I got sweat equity. I'm willing to work on it, but I don't got
Right.
300,000.
Well, they know people was gonna run out of money, and you still gonna have a bunch of
Yeah,
empty buildings. You
correct.
because you
But
bought it, and I own it. But then what?
yeah,
Yeah.
so basically it was like, oh, this sucks. I couldn't do it. But I actually thought to, went to the Schomburg, went to visit different places. But now we gotta talk
Yes.
about you growing up and going to school, because I know I'm looking at you because we around the same age. I'm letting you know I was born in 74. And I'm
Okay.
telling you, I used to look up and
75.
look at you, and you was like the pretty little girl and stuff, and be like, ew, oh my. No, I was like, you know what I'm saying? So now I want to know that, were you into disco? Because that was around the time when you was young. Was you watching Solid Gold too?
For sure, because my mom and my brothers, like again, so I
Okay.
had these
Yeah.
older son and
You
siblings,
know how to
right?
hustle? You know how to hustle?
Yeah,
Do the
my
hustle?
mother knew how to hustle. She knew how to salsa. She was a big salsa dancer.
Okay.
And she tried to teach me and be laughing like, you got two left feet,
Okay.
girl. I could not get it, but I got it now though. But
Okay. Wait a minute. Monifah, wait a minute.
What's up?
You said you had two left feet. You're from Harlem. You got too many Spanish people around you. And then on top of that, right, you grew up in a time where yeah. Well, no, this is impossible. Hold up, wait a minute. So I'm trying to break it down because I'm thinking
she can dance. She said dance. She got better because you been telling the videos.
See my
Oh, okay, because I was about to say, like,
seen
nah,
the
that don't,
videos.
it ain't adding
together.
up.
Come on.
Okay, because it ain't adding up. I'm like, wait a minute, hold
You got
on.
choreographers that work with you. You got it.
Yeah, but I was to try to salsa. That was, you know what I'm saying. That was where
that's difficult.
it threw me off. I could dance, you know what I'm saying.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
My mother was trying to teach me that. Was hilarious.
All right. So now, was you, during that time period, I just got to know, okay, were you a Care Bears girl or you a Cabbage Patch girl?
I was neither.
You were Smurfs?
No, it was the hairbrush and doing concerts in my living room.
Oh, you wild.
You
was doing your own
thing. She was preparing.
Right. And
quite
honestly, what a lot of people don't know is I've been professional since I was 7. My second grade teacher was my first manager. My second mom, Michelle Donay. Shout out
you did
to
plays.
Michelle
You
Donay.
did some theater.
I did theater then.
Yeah. Oh, we gonna talk about that. Oh no. She has a whole cast of ensemble R&B chicks. I was looking like, who in the world play is this? I was like, Selena Johnson. I was like, who put this lineup together?
I did the first. So I was like, kind of like, I was a little like celebrity as a kid because I did the first High C drink box commercial. So the first do. I'm still looking for this commercial, like, because I don't have it. I'm still looking for it. And they put it in a box. They call it the box drink box. Yeah, I was like, you take the straw off the ring. Yeah, anyway. So I'm looking for that.
The High C?
And I'm like the girl in 2 pigtails.
Wow. Bars. That's
the day I did my first national commercial, my dad died. So I was on my way to I learned a lot very early on. There's no life doesn't come without, highs don't come without lows. Life is balance. And sometimes you experience them so so greatly. And that was like one of the biggest things that happened in my life. I was on my way to tell my grandmother, my mom and I, tell about the commercial and, the experience. It was the first national for Sassoon. And found out my dad had passed. It was crazy. I was 9, about to be 10.
Was your dad and mom together? Were they together?
No, they were separated. They were separated.
Okay.
But I spent mostly every weekend with him, from around between 7 and 9. Like, I would, she would let me go. Bananas. But and so
fun at dad's house.
a lot of people don't know that. So I've been doing this. I've had a sad car since I was 8.
Gotcha. And you a baby girl? Oh, you spoiled as hell. Yeah. You a baby girl? Oh,
and I was like, and my brother's baby, like my youngest brother.
Yeah, because they 13 and 14 older than you. Yeah, you was
12 and 13.
Yeah.
My younger of the two I was closest to, he passed away in 95 when I got my first deal. See, like when I did my first commercial, the first video, I Miss You, the day we got that back from editing was the day of his funeral. Like my life has been like I've always
Wow, it's like
very,
documented. It's like
very weird. Yeah, like
on
Yeah.
it's like,
Okay.
for
Wait a
significant
minute.
events, the high, the low, the same day. Wow.
So
yes,
let's
Hey, that
let's
says a lot though. It says a lot.
yeah, because now I want to know because now you're in PS. What is it? You said 57.
I went to PS 57.
PS 57, and now your second grade teacher later on becomes your manager. So she saw something
She's
in
the
you.
one that
You were
saw
very
something. Yeah.
yeah
Mhm.
early on,
I love
and
it.
now tell me how did you avoid the pitfalls of middle school and being this pretty little hold on, how tall are you by any chance?
I did it 5'3" and 3/4.
Okay, all right. Ooh, you
Yeah,
okay?
take it
No,
more
no,
than
no, no,
3/4.
no. You're good. No, thank you for the 3/4 because anything below 5'3" is really you hit the it's
Hey.
tic tac toe. It's tic tac toe.
3?
No, she's like 5'1", but it's tic tac toe, right? Because if you like 5'1", 5'2", 4'9", oh hell! But if you Aquarius, oh my God, you grew up in a city, like you hit all the crazy boxes, And then if your
That's a
name
fact.
ends with a like you got a at the end of your
Yes.
name,
All that
yeah,
bull crap. Yes.
Stop.
Whatever.
There you go.
yeah.
But
That's why I was like,
That's
it's a
stereotype.
little true. It's a
yeah, a little true,
A little
Like
bit.
you 5'3", so you good. You know what I'm saying? You put some ones on, you might be 5'4" and a quarter. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you
Yep.
good, you good. Okay, so now you're in middle school. All right, who was your first boyfriend? What was his name? Tell me his name.
My first boyfriend was in elementary school. His name was
Oh,
Emilio.
fast. You was in
His
elementary.
name was Emilio. Yes, I
Emilio.
don't know what it was. When me and the
Emilio.
Spanish dude. Well, it
He
was.
had,
It was probably
he had curly hair, didn't he?
No,
Because
he was
remember that was
black.
it. He had good hair.
Emilio wasn't Puerto Rican. He was I forgot what kind of Latin he
Dominican.
was. He was something else. I don't care. I can't
Cuban.
remember. But he was super cute. He was little. He was
Yeah, I
brown
bet
skin.
he was.
He was brown
too.
skin, so he was like a little browner than me.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So,
so,
all right. I was just catching. I was just, what I mean, going right there. All right. So by the
but
time.
then, but wait. So middle school.
Oh wait, yeah. That's what I want to know. That's gonna get juicy.
Middle school. Okay. Middle school. Who was that? Okay. Eddie Guadalupe. Shout out to
Eddie
Eddie Guadalupe.
What's going on now? The brothers can get it. You know what I mean? You just went straight Latin.
I had.
He was in Spanish Harlem. What do you think?
But we was there too.
No, absolutely, I was not. But I'm saying these were like,
yeah, good hair.
Michael, because you remember everybody's last name. Oh, shout out to everybody, but Carlos. These are my really good
Jose.
People that I still keep in touch with.
Carlos, Guadalupe, Jose. Like, come on now. We're Jonathan. Yeah, Michael, Jonathan. There we go.
Michael, super brown, super
He's
handsome.
looking for like a Keontae or something. That's not what.
Keontae. Oh nah, Keontae. Yeah. Just go. So now,
I can't think anybody else. I'm like,
okay. So, but wait a minute, because I knew where you grew up. You told me, and in that area, that's when hip hop caught everybody, and then there were people in your neighborhood became neighborhood stars. Can you tell me about some people that was in your area of East Harlem?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm about to tell you right now. So.
Yes.
Who used to terrorize my junior high school? I went to performing arts junior high school on 109th Street between Lexington and 3rd.
Lexington 3rd, okay.
Second and 3rd. I'm tripping. Between 2nd and 3rd, right? So it was like 3 schools. Our schools on 3rd floor, and there was a career academy, and then another school, like I think it was like Weird Kids or whatever.
Yeah, they had to rent out. Yeah, nothing.
But Black Rob.
Black Rob.
Oh, Black Rob. Whoa.
Black Rob.
He was a terrorist.
Oh, wow.
God bless you, boo.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Black Rob. Yes.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Another and
yo, shout out to Jay Reed and his people.
He was like Debo in Friday.
No,
it was like that. You like
give me your food, give me your chain.
Everybody scattering. You don't want to be he was that. Like
I see you.
Did you ever tell him that later on when you see him? Did you say that to him before you able to say that to him before you passed away? Like you was
yeah, we grew up together. He grew up. He had family in my project, so I knew him.
Gotcha.
Way before, like we were young.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a pass.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, no, watch out. Who that? You know him? No, you don't know him? Yeah, come here. That's I understand. He was getting robbed.
G-Dep. Me and G-Dep.
Okay.
He grew up in Johnson, right across the street. and my friend used to date him, my best friend. So, like these, we all grew up together, literally.
But wait a minute, Monifah. You know I'm catching everything you say. I'm a listener.
I know, that's good.
So the crew that you have, that was all a pretty girl crew.
We were eclectic, so all of us are gorgeous in our own way, right?
Bars, thank you, bars.
I wasn't that girl. I wasn't a cliquey girl. Like I loved who I love. My friends were my friends,
right.
And we all had our own thing going on.
Okay, so tell me, when y'all took the pictures and everybody posed, was you the one in the front, like, with your hand on your hip like this, or was you in the back like this on the side? Like, yeah. Was you kneeling down on one knee, looking like this?
I'm like,
yeah. I know.
That's too funny.
Yeah, absolutely. So now,
crazy.
Long ass hair. I was, I got the
light skin.
I'm super Harlem.
Oh yeah. So when you met somebody, you meet everybody at the skating ring. Like you get boys your number at the skating ring.
Who did it?
No.
See, look. See, I knew she was gonna lie. She lied. So you telling me them little boys saw that light skin little thing right there, and they was like, "Yo, let me get your number." Like, no. Yeah, you look. I had a boyfriend. That's what you just said. I go with Emilio.
You want to hear something funny? You want to hear a really, really funny story
Absolutely.
about somebody? Okay, that we all know. I mean, okay, right? So, Great Adventures. This is the year before.
Six Flags, Jersey.
Jersey. Okay, shout out to Jersey.
Yes, Great Adventures. Yes.
So it's the year before I'm going to 10th grade. I'm in we're in the park. So we was at like one of the stands getting like, doing a game. And these like a whole group of these cats. You could tell they from Brooklyn because they had the Gumbies and they were like they all had like something Gucci on, like they was fly, right? It was like,
right.
Yeah. So one of them started trying to talk to me. Hell no. Right. So, I'm talking to him. He was like, how old are you? Where you go to school at? And I was like, I was going. I completely. So I'm like, I go to LaGuardia. He was like, I know. He was like, I know where that's at. He was like, you go to LaGuardia? I was like, yeah. Like, I was like, yes. He was like, who's the dean of discipline? Now, I was like, what? Well, I'm not.
Mr. Johnson.
I'm about to go. But see, this is what you get when you judge a book by its cover. Correct. I didn't think in a million years that this cat.
He really knew,
went to freaking LaGuardia because you have a perception of the kid.
You wouldn't even go to school. I got you.
Right.
Yeah, I got you.
He was an art major. His name was Mark Pitt.
Mark Pitts. 45 King. Absolutely.
Wow.
Mark Pitts, Biggie's manager. Worked with, he's amazing.
Wow. That's so far. That's funny.
What's the cat's name?
Which one?
Miguel,
Miguel, okay, yeah.
J. Cole's,
Absolutely.
Responsible for a lot of great artists. So shout out to Mark Pitts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now for me, I'm just being honest. I feel like like we crossed paths, but this is the first time that I know you. So, thank you. Because I worked at Six Flags. See, I worked at Africa. Yes. I'm telling you where I was at. You probably saw me and I was like this because girls used to tease me. Real talk. They used to do like right. I used to have my hand up and I used to press the thing. So when they had the water park and they brought it in, right? And the one that had the hump and it went down, then the other ones went straight down in the water. I was down at the bottom putting the raft back on the conveyor. That was me. And girls used to be like,
raft conveyor man.
Ooh.
That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. Yeah, I had a safari outfit, and then the big yellow tubes that went around in the water.
Yes.
I worked at that. That was the Asian tower. So I was in there looking like a safari person, and then seeing all the girls, and they used to tease the hell out of it. Like, when you get off, I'm gonna wait for you, and be like,
you ain't waiting.
You ain't waiting. You ain't waiting. Like, yeah, like this is bad.
A lot of tetas, like the baby sometimes come off and stuff.
Oh no, ma'am. I didn't see that, but I saw.
What do you mean?
No. I saw every fine girl from New York with the accent, and I was just like, I thought I was in love every weekend. And I hated, I mean, with a passion. I hated the 4th of July with a passion because you know
Why?
everybody and your mama was there, and I'm just keeping it 100. They used to keep an eye on me because me, I had a thing for pretty girl, and if you was pretty and you gave me look, I can get you to the front.
I get you from just
I get
Oh,
you
you
to the
should have had a
front.
lot of friends. You'd have been my
Yeah,
friend.
and they like this, and
He's
then
my
they,
friend.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's power. Yeah, at an early
That's
age.
dope.
But at the same time, let me not go there because I'm just being real.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was a great experience, and I probably saw you, was liking you, and just waving, and you know what I'm saying? And that dude with the Gumby was walking with you with the
He got a
Gucci
good
link.
imagination.
Yeah, I had a whole story in my head when she just said that. I'm just
No,
being
but
honest.
that's
Now I
dope
know
though,
who you was.
because when you don't know, singers and stars in R&B, you don't know what kind of like upbringing, and you did regular stuff that everybody else did, hanging out, having a good time, amusement park, everything else. Like,
Can you double dutch?
I no, I was I no, yeah. See, I wasn't that kid.
girl,
I can't cornrow. I was
can't
double
either.
What?
handed.
From Harlem? You can't
You my
cornrow
dog.
yet?
You my dog now, because I can't cornrow either, and I can't
You
double
got a
dutch.
French braid though, right? You can French braid the two.
No, I can't.
You can do.
So
Nope.
that's cornrow.
I know, but the
Same thing.
I can plait, but I can't. I can braid regular.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Regular play.
Yeah,
wait
but
a
I couldn't
minute.
turn
All right, we
either
got
because I
some
was double
commonality.
handed.
Oh, you was double handed.
Turn.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Okay,
my
all
thing.
right.
One away was my shit. Oh, excuse me.
Ooh,
One
go
away
ahead.
was my stuff. That was my
Okay,
jam.
okay, all right. Okay,
One away.
okay,
Remember one
okay.
away?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
remember one away, right?
Yeah.
I can do that. I was
Okay. So now let me know that now you're in high school, so you already know what your path is because we seen the talent throughout, right? But now you're in school at an area because I'm thinking like that's the late 80s. 88 is probably one of the greatest hip hop years of all time. Some people don't know because they recency by 88, 89, like you had Rakim, KROSS
It was 86,
Yes.
80. It was
80 all the way up, 86 to
started at
88.
You gotta say 80. You gotta say 88 to 89 because if you go too early, you miss Tribe. So I'm Tribe and Leaders of the New School. That's 88, 89. So when you go to 86,
but for me, it's 86 on.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I got you on there. But now watch this. I gotta ask you this question now. Because watch this. Yeah, Robbie, because I was going to ask you about Robbie because that's your area. But watch this.
I really know.
Because of the era, I want you to tell me the best 4 years of hip hop. We're going to exclude everything from 2000 and on. I'm going to say
only from whatever the era before.
Yeah, okay. 2000. Era before 2000. Give me 4 years straight.
Quite honestly, when it was my teenage years to me. So
86 to
like 90 to like 96.
Okay, you gave me 10 years. See, me, it was already.
Wait, I'm sorry.
I said 4.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so it would be 86 to 90.
90. Okay, mine was 92 to 96 because you get the Chronic.
College years right there.
Yeah, I was still high school, but I always say the Chronic was the beginning that changed like AD and BC, the Chronic, and then you got it also in 96.
Doggy Style.
That was the marker. Doggy Style 94, 93, 94.
93, 94, yeah.
But also remember, 96, you had Jay, Nas, Big, and then 95, you had Pac. So then Wu-Tang in 93.
Then that 96, she was hitting in 96.
Oh, no. We gonna get there, sir, ma'am. We gonna get there. She was in a raw era. No. We still in high school. Yeah. So now you're in high school, and now I want to know what's going on in your neighborhood where Rob Bass came out and he had the whole street aesthetic. Because before everybody knew Dougie Fresh and DJ Easy. Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh crew. Because you had Slick Rick, Dana Dane, and you talking about all of Harlem there.
Shout out to Dana Dane.
Yeah, Dana Dane. So now
I used to be on Dougie Block all the time.
That's what I'm saying. So now tell me, okay, did y'all have to choose sides? Like, nah, we were Easy Rock because he had more of the street moniker, where Dougie was like,
no,
I just
we
want to party.
Choose. Everybody was, you know what? That's what I loved. That's what I loved about hip hop back then. you know, the boroughs, yeah, they had they had their stuff like Kumo D,
Mhm.
you know, shout out to Kumo D, I love you.
Kumo
Um,
D.
and you had L,
Mhm.
him and who was Kumo D in that battle with?
Oh, it was LL, but he was before
It was
that. It
LL,
was
right?
Busy B. No, before it was.
No,
That's how we got on with
right,
because he was the Cold Crush Brothers, and
right.
then he went after Busy B, that Harlem,
It was
and
basically borough, like it
yeah,
was borough stuff.
Mm.
But
correct,
so if you was from Harlem, or we were all rocking together. Nobody was taking sides. You know what I'm saying? It
no
was
doubt.
just we was down for each other. But we loved all the hip hop. Like nobody care. I didn't care about none of that stuff. Like we like
Yeah,
what we like. You know
Right.
what I mean?
You like who
I
you
love
like.
LL Cool J.
Bird,
That
bars.
was one of the first raps. That and Paper Thin. Those were what
MC
I Get
Light.
Love.
MC
Those are
Light.
the first rhymes
Remember? Okay, wait a
Yeah.
minute. Wait a
contain
minute.
memory.
So
So when y'all imitated the rap girls, who were you imitating when you were younger? You was Salt or Pepper, because every girl did it by that era.
I was MC Light. I was always
And
Hold
I
up,
was
yeah,
like, too, that like
I
to
was
me, like I
light.
said,
yeah.
I
it was
was light.
the first rhyme
Yeah. Or Supersonic. That I like them girls back in
Whoa, Jay-Z
JJ
Fat.
Wait, so you
Fad.
love me?
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
JJ
Okay,
Fad.
okay. So now, right? So now you in high school. Hip hop is going bananas. You're at talent shows because remember
Oh
that's how
yeah,
everybody got on was real
Mm-hmm.
talent shows. You
real
had to
bad
go.
talent shows
Mm-hmm.
when I was little. Me and Buster.
So
I was
now
in a
you're in
dance
high
crew.
school. Yeah.
I was in a dance crew.
And the dance
Go ahead.
Oh
routine.
yeah. So now
Had
look,
their outfits.
add your outfits. Who did?
We
So you
won. We were winners. We won. We used to win. We got chased out of a neighborhood on the west side one time
oh,
because we beat
absolutely,
some
as you
girls
should.
on the
Yeah.
west side of Harlem. They
Okay.
was like, "How these East Side girls come over here?"
Okay.
It was that.
So
But go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
okay. So now you're in high school, and now people are starting to shop deals around because around that time they were looking for young songstress. Because the hip hop was emerging, and now R&B was actually fusing. You are at the cusp of the fusion of
Yes.
hip hop and R&B
Love it.
because
Yeah, for
that was
sure.
around.
Yes.
Yeah, that was like
For sure.
90. Like you
Yeah, I was
about
out of high
senior.
school. I was a mama.
Oh, whoa,
Yes.
wait a minute.
Yes.
Rewind. Okay,
I was
wait a
what,
minute.
I was out
17?
of high school.
Yeah.
I was
Okay, so
91 when I had my daughter.
okay.
Um, I was 19 when I had her, and I was, figuring it out, and that's exactly where, um, that's exactly kind of where Hev came in,
Okay.
right?
Now my question is
'Cause
around that time you should have graduated at 90. So did you drop out of school or
Yeah, I
okay,
was super bored. Yep,
okay, got
yep,
you. All
yep.
right, so
I
you
was
dropped out of
making
school. But now tell me how your mom dealt with that.
how my mother dealt with what?
You dropping out of school.
Child,
you
what?
left your mom's house though at like 17 or something like that, right?
Child, yeah, child. Talking about we not getting along. I'm gonna go live with Nelson, who's my daughter's father.
Right.
And she laughed at me and said, "Okay, you'll be back."
Okay. So
I
yeah.
swear, poor God, and if she could
She
remember,
already knew.
God bless my mother, 85, little memory. Like she remembers some stuff, but she'd be like, "Oh no, I did." Like so, But yes, honey, yes,
Mhm.
honey. And I sure did come back, and I came back with bearing gifts.
Oh, absolutely.
I had my daughter. I was in LA in 90. I was working. I met these LA posse who did LL's the big album. What
Walking
album
with
did
a
they do?
Panther,
No,
bigger,
the other
backer,
one.
deafer.
Yeah.
Radio, bigger and badder, or Walking with a Panther. Because during that time period, because I want to
Big
say
and
Walking with
Deffer,
bigger and deafer. Okay.
91. The one that did 90, the 90s.
91. Okay.
The
Okay.
big,
I
he
know
had
what you're
some
talking
big
about.
hits with
Jingling
Jingling
baby. Go on that
Baby.
one. I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jingling Baby was after, but yeah, this is before. So I was
Okay.
in LA. I'm part of the LA posse. Is me, Rage, and Corrupt. Is part of the LA posse. They were the producers, and they did the album. We did.
You're funny.
They
All
did.
three of y'all from the East Coast.
Ain't that crazy? But yes,
That's crazy.
ain't that
You
funny?
was
And
in
they
the
from
LA
Yeah.
posse.
Rage is from Virginia. Corrupt is
yes,
from Willenboro, well,
Yeah.
Philly, and
yep,
you from New
sure
York.
is. Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And Yeah, because that's where the flavor was. Helio. So no, but they were and I was pregnant when I was there. And Muffler, Dwayne Muffler was the one part of the LA posse. He was like, you're pregnant. And I was like, no, I'm not. What are you talking about? He was like, I was like this big. And I had like a little poochie, like you could, because I didn't have nothing. I had tits, and that's it. I was like walking tits, right? So, and I had like a little pooch. And then when I got back, I went and I took a test, and I was like, okay, here we go.
Okay. All right.
Was he open to it though? Was Nelson at the time? You think he said his name?
Yeah, we were broken up, and then, but when I called him, but we were also we met when I was 14, 13. He was 15, and we dated then, and then we got back together. Like we hooked back up when I was like 17. A couple of years later, and really like seriously became boyfriend girl because by that time we were kind of grown. Like I was grown at 17. I was basically kind of grown because I had my own money. I had dad made sure I was good. So I had some money. I wish I had done much better things with. Wish I had a understanding or had people around me to kind of help me navigate that space because it was a significant amount of money especially at that time.
At that age too? Shit.
I know, Joe. Yeah. So, leaving school, I was pursuing what I wanted to do. So my mom it was like, girl, just okay. I had a good head on my shoulders, pretty smart, young lady. Emotionally, it's another story. But as far as intelligent and knowing how to navigate the world, I was pretty self-sufficient, and she could trust that I knew how to navigate my way around the world.
You weren't gullible. I got you.
Right. She instilled that I knew how to travel. I know all the things, right? I mean, but still, I mean, I'm still
17.
I'm still young.
Yeah, absolutely. Still 17.
Navigating men and navigate that whole thing.
That's a whole other world.
Right.
Okay. So now
yeah,
absolutely. So now you have a child. And how did that thwart you from getting a record deal or actually shopping a deal? Because, at that time, having a child, and now so a lot of times people are like, all right, I gotta get real serious. Some people say, all right, forget this dream of singing. I gotta get a job because I gotta support this child.
Well, luckily, like again, I had some coins. So I was cool, and it kind of rolled over into getting a deal. So I wasn't one of those. It was like a chain of events. So in 6 degrees of separation, my first manager, like as far as trying to do the singing thing, his name was Willie Kitchen. He was the most unlikely of characters.
Okay.
But it was something about he knew people knew him. He introduced me to Wendy Creedle, right?
Okay.
So like socially, because I used to hang out uptown and parties and all the gang, the street pharmacists, gangsters,
got you.
all the cool parties and stuff. I knew Hev socially, right? I knew Hev socially. But when I auditioned to be a part of a group that she was putting together. Wendy Creedle is Andre Harrell's son's mom.
Oh, okay. Okay. Uptown Records.
Yeah. Well, she worked for Universal at the time. MCA, excuse me.
MCA, yeah, because that was the parent company of Uptown. Yep.
And she put 5 beautiful, talented women together. And 2 of those people we are still sisters to this day and very close. It was me and Free Marie. Free from 106 and Park.
Yeah, Free.
Yes,
she was in the group?
Wow.
Yeah, that's how we met.
Was she from Mount Vernon as well?
She's from Boston, Massachusetts, so she's connected to to New Edition and all those guys. Like she knows them. She grew up with them.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's my girl. And so that happened, and she got Hev to do some stuff. She wanted him to do the production to get the major deal because we had a production deal. And I was hanging out the night before we had a session, and I was hungover. Oh my God, I was hungover.
Ooh.
And he was like, and I was late. It was a mess. Anyway, it's like terrible. He was like, I wanted you to sing lead on this record. He had Daryl run me around the block. She was like, take her outside. She need to run around the block.
Was he still wearing that derby? Was he wearing the derby back then?
Who?
Daryl. Was he still wearing that little black hat? Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Light Eye D Nice.
Oh, you talking about D Nice? Oh, my bad.
Not D Nice. The
DJ from BDP.
Not D Nice. D Nice. There's another. His name is Daryl.
Oh, I got you.
Daryl Hayes. Shout out to Daryl. And he ran me around the block, and then I sang. He was like, just. So he was like, I want you to do some work for me, some reference work. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
So here comes Christmas rolling. I'm like, all right, like, why he ain't call me? So I call him. It's like the 23rd or the 22nd of December. I'm like, yo, what happened? He was like, oh snap, I was good. He was like, it's crazy. I was gonna call you today. He was like, it just got crazy. Da, da, da. I was like, yeah, all right. What's up? He was like, what you doing tomorrow? I was like, nothing. He was like, come to the studio, gave me all information. Went to the studio, did this reference vocal for a kid that they were about to sign to Uptown Records. Okay. And once we finished, I'll never forget it. I mean, obviously, I'll never forget it. He's sitting, Heaven's like on the board. He got his feet up on the board. He's leaned back in the chair like this. So I'm in the booth looking at him. And I'm like, oh, I was like, are we done? He was like, yeah. He was like, I'm doing that. I'm being dramatic. So just wait. Yeah. He was like, come here tomorrow. We're going to start your album. No, that's a lie. See, I messed it up. He said, you can keep this record. And I was like, I was like, dope. I was like, oh shit, I got a dope, demo professional.
I'm gonna get a nice buzz with this.
Absolutely. I'm like, here go a nice little start. Yeah. He was like, you know what? Matter of fact, be here tomorrow. We're gonna start your album. I was like, stop, don't play with me. Not quite those words. I said, don't effing play with me.
Don't play with me, man. My emotions.
He was like, I'm not playing. He was like, and be on time. I had a thing with time. Oh man. Yeah, I had a thing with time.
Yeah, you was going before Lauren. I got you.
We're a lot similar here.
And that was it. And I think 2 weeks later, I met Andre. I was signed to Uptown.
That's what's up. So now, wait, because I'm gonna put it together. So now, can you tell me about the artist that they was really pushing called Father MC?
Oh, I know Father. Father MC. He was a huge success for the label.
Yeah,
Uptown. Like Father MC was that Negro.
Yeah, he was like the premier artist for Uptown.
He was that guy. Hell yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
and that was way, like he was on his way. He was, on it, like he was settling down, and then Jodeci was like, oh my gosh, like you know what I'm saying? I'm
a historian of that area because I could tell you they all wore watch this, the parts with the haircuts. Father MC, Bobby Brown, and Jodeci seemed like they all had the same stylist.
I mean, yeah.
Yo,
but it was
Father
Sybil.
MC.
Sybil was there?
Wow, I'll do for you.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
What's
I thought it was Misa. I was Misa.
Sybil went from, if I'm not, you know what? Don't quote me, but I think so. I think she started with Andre.
Okay. And Andre had his own line, Abu, the suits, because they used to be in Royal Talent. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I mean, know some stuff.
He was like, you're gonna be fabulous. You're gonna be the Black Madonna. Like he had me gassed. It was great. It was hilarious. And if I could record that, remember that conversation and play out that meeting, it was the best. It was so funny.
I want to say this though. I just want to say this because in all of this, you're still 17, 18.
Yeah.
Young girl.
20. No. I'm
like
20
now.
Now I'm 20. 20.
But that's still young for you your mom's not involved. Did you have like a mentor or a manager or something like? You couldn't do that now to go in and be in the company of those people. You know what I mean? Like that's a different type of introduction into the industry with nobody. They could have took advantage of you. I mean, it could have been worse. So how did you navigate that on your own? You just were surrounded by good people, like because that doesn't usually happen like that.
Yes, it could have been bad, but Heavy was a good dude. And have whatever that was that he was obedient to. I'm glad it wasn't. It was pure. You know what I'm saying? And he was a good guy. Like he was a good guy.
He was dating the
He had
baddest
a
Yeah,
chick
because
during
some
that
girls
time
have done
too.
more for less.
He was dating
You know
Ian
what I'm
Long.
saying?
I was like,
You
good.
know,
Go ahead.
and you're all the way in the that's why.
Yeah, and I didn't have a mentor. I
Okay.
took my other good friend who, and I didn't mean to exclude her, but it was like Sharice Llewellyn, who was also in the group with me. She was my first manager. I hired her. I was like, we could do this together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe not the best, but she did a great job. You know,
Yeah.
that's always kind of been my Waterloo, is the not having the, I don't want to say the most experience or management with relationships in the business, like already,
Gotcha. Established
yeah, you know,
relationship.
established.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always, it's always been people that I trusted, that I absolutely trusted. I knew had my best interest at heart, and I knew they could do it. Um, and wanted to branch out on their own. You know what I mean? Like, so
I'm gonna give
I
you
was
opportunity as well as help
right.
me out. But do you think
Yeah,
that hindered you though by not having somebody who
a
was
little
very
bit. Yeah, for sure.
savvy
A
of
little
the
bit.
right?
And as well as my choices and things that I didn't do for myself. Like I could have been doing a lot more writing. I was young when
Right.
I was young when I was young. I was I was professional. I went to work, did my shows. Thankfully I had, a mentor and have as a producer and as his protege that believed in me and was pushing, and we created magic. And
Mm-hmm.
that first album is a classic. You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
period.
Always.
Period. Like,
Always.
you know what I mean?
Facts.
Yes.
Period.
Yep.
There's
It's timeless.
nothing anybody could do to, it's
Absolutely.
just what it is.
But I
Right.
want to ask you a question about
Right.
that time period, the album,
Mhm.
and being on Uptown Records. So
Mhm.
during that time period, you had an upcoming artist that had a crazy breakthrough, and it seems as if many artists during that time was competing, and it was
Mhm.
Mary J. Blige. So
Yeah,
Mary
Mary
J.
was already on her
Yeah,
trajectory.
she was
I
already
was
out of it.
one of the last successful acts with me and Soul for Real on Uptown. Like
Okay.
if you think
Mm-hmm.
about it, before it went crossed over to, because each album I did have three. The
Mhm.
Yes.
first album was Uptown.
I like what you did. You said 3.
I said three. Oh,
Yeah, you
ha! Sorry, three.
said
Three.
3.
Got the
I was like,
hits on
oh,
there.
okay.
I got it written. That's
I
funny
think
because
I
I got it
opened my
wrote
hand
down
too
as
fast because
4
I was
too.
like,
I
oh,
got 3. I was like, oh.
it was comfortable. It felt good. Anyway, so it was like Uptown, the straight Uptown, and then Universal was taking over things. Then it became Uptown Universal, and then the third album was straight Universal, and
Okay.
then Hev became CEO. But then he was like, it was too much.
Whoa,
It was
Uptown
too
or Universal? Let me make sure I'm clear.
Uptown Universal. Like once
Uptown
Andre
Universal.
left
Okay.
and went, did his thing in Motown, like whatever he was
Motown. He
doing,
went to
I forgot.
Motown,
I
and
can't,
yeah.
don't,
Mhm.
timeline, don't, whatever. But I know that Hev hated it. There was a lot of
Yeah.
politics. And as
Mm-hmm.
a creative, as much as you want, like you don't even want to be, your hands are tied. It's a whole bunch of foolishness. He hated it. And he said, I'm not doing this. And I'm in the middle of doing I'm starting my second project. Hev is upset because I wanted him to do half. I'm an artist. I wanted to work with other producers. I was like,
Yeah.
you're still gonna EP it, right?
Yeah.
But I'd like to work with other producers. You do have he took that as a
It's
disloyal
like,
move.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, and he took every record that we did. So Summer Rain was supposed to be mine. I recorded that first.
With Carl
Wasn't
Thomas?
my
Carl
record.
Thomas Submarine?
Same way. Yes. It's so funny.
Stop.
But that wasn't my record, obviously.
Right.
That's Carl's
Right.
record.
It was meant to
You
be
know what
with
I'm
beat.
saying?
Yes.
Oh
But
no.
it
Right.
was, Hev that was the record for my second album.
Wow.
I ended up producing my second album, executive producing that
Mhm.
album along with my manager at the time, Ramsey Bellowell, and my other managing partner, Melissa Champa, and had the biggest record of my career on it, which was Touch It
Yeah.
with Jack Knight.
Mhm.
So that was, and got caught up in, they didn't know what to do. Like, I was pigeonholed as an R&B artist. I can do everything.
Correct.
Like, and if I knew that more of, and I was, because I was pretty fearless and pretty, but I was
Mm-hmm.
pigeonholed. Like, I wasn't afraid of Touch It as a record You know what I'm saying? Like it had the white horse sample.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what, oh my God. No, the ask Tanae. That was one of the questions I wanted to ask you about, because Prince does not clear stuff. And I'm like, how did you get a Prince clearance? Because that's the white heart.
I don't even know. Like, I don't know the business. Well, I don't know, because he might have inverted it. That's a Jack Knight question. Oh, but we got it.
Yeah, because I was saying this before. The white horse, ride the white horse. That's on Touch It. Yes, that's Prince. That's Electric. I think it's Electric Blue. I think the name of the song is Electric Blue. I apologize, all my Prince people.
No, it's not.
Yes, that is a Prince song. I'm telling you. Unless he sampled it, which Prince doesn't sample.
I think it was by another group.
It is. It's like, I'm telling you about the.
I gotta Google it.
Me, I'm going on Google right now.
Laid Back. White Horse is a song by Danish legend Laid Back.
Yeah, you tripping.
I'm tripping. Okay. All right.
Little bit.
Okay. I'm doing like,
it says Laid Back is the name of the original
name of the track, but I thought it was Electric Blue, and that was one of the like lines from it. But okay, I apologize, because I can be wrong. I'm not saying I'm perfect.
It's
yeah. Okay, not a problem.
But it's saying that. But I'm glad you said that, because even using samples and stuff back then, like what I've noticed as an artist, what you've done is you're like you just said, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm not fearful of things. And you've done a couple of things that kind of jerked the industry, a little bit. Like when you did that Down Low with the video with the dudes, like you were the first person to kind of bring that out, and not afraid. You were just who you are, and the backlash was going to, and it may have resulted in something not so great with you in the
now
label,
that we know.
right?
Yeah, now that we know about the gatekeepers,
now
yes,
we know. Yeah, but I wanted to say that you did that, and then also with your marriage, first time, risky, but you did. What a part of you, the marriage to her wife now. So, like, what part of you was okay with not being the status quo? Like, you don't have to follow the rules. You do Monifah. Yeah,
that you say Monifah like my family friend.
Monifah, yeah, like country. She country. Monifah, yeah, she country.
No, everybody. That's the neighborhood. It's so funny.
Monifah, that we say up north. Monifah. She said Monifah.
I actually like the way it sounds. Like it's more comforting. Monifah just sounds so. I mean, like, you really just said my whole name. Like when people say Monifah, like correctly, like right.
Yeah.
But that's the spirit that I was born with. I came here. We all come here with things, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all come here. We are born with the energy and the spirits that we're born with, and I think that just was a part of, just a part of who I am. Not being, and then also when you live with people, like just then having the reality. I had a mother that was overly concerned about what people thought, and I went in a complete opposite direction.
Right,
with like complete, with no balance, and I had to, as I lived and grew, and experience life, I had to learn that balance. But never been afraid to, if I see something, I'm gonna say something. And for me, when I was, hanging out in the clubs, in the gay clubs in New York, on the gay, on the gay scene and the alternative scene, I would be in clubs and I'm like, I know, because as a queer woman, because I don't identify as gay. I identify as queer because I like.
Can you explain what queer means? Yes.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. Since I have to, and I hate it. It's like I can. When I say that, I mean I'm me. But I like men. I like women. I can be in relationship with both. Whatever that looks like. So it's not. I'm not. Emotionally, my preference is women emotionally, but on a, if we're just talking like physically, the react, the tangible things, I'm attracted to both men and women that way. Like, and I'm cool, like either way.
Yeah.
So I'm very queer there.
Is it the feminine energy, or like if a man, like the type of men that you dated in the past, were they more masculine type men, or where they had a lot of feminine energy?
The gamut. I like what I like. Like I'm attracted to energy. So Even
Okay.
if a guy is not the hardest guy, like I've dated like, you know, super hard, very macho guys, you know,
Mhm.
and I've dated some effeminate men like that. Not they weren't necessarily gay that I knew of, but I mean, but how many men have we? I always like, I'll be telling my friends like, girl, you know when you get like bisexual men, we done probably been with that because people just.
This.
Okay.
I mean, come on. I mean, come
I
on.
have no idea.
Come on.
No,
I'm just
I'm not going
saying,
nowhere over there. She said,
No,
come
I
on,
really,
no.
jail.
like there's with the it's happened, like whether you know it
Gotcha.
or not, like you know what I'm
Okay.
saying. So yeah, so and dated, you know, women that were a little like more masculine presenting, and
Okay.
that was like, you know, growing up I like tomboyish because I like
Absolutely.
pretty women, but I also like that tomboyish energy. You know what I'm saying? So
When did this change happen? Because if you got married, and we skipped over that because I wanted to get back there, but you got so I got so interested enthralled what you were saying, like like wait a minute, we got to get to that part because I'm like, you had a baby, we was
had
getting
a
around
baby,
it. Yeah,
right? And
and
so I was
then
about
did you get
when I
married?
started the first album. I had my first girlfriend, first album. What you shaking your head for, Janae?
Well,
What you
No, because
say?
he was saying, did you got married like to your only marriage is to your who now
To my
Therese,
wife
right?
now, yes,
yes.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's it. That was the only one. That's what I was
yeah,
saying
that's
in my
all.
head
That's
to
my only
him.
marriage.
Like that was
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
my only
okay,
marriage.
Right.
so there, then you get married. So now during this time period, being in the industry, because I don't go too much into it. Was there anything that you saw at Uptown Records with Puffy and some of the things he was doing? Were you aware any craziness that was going on?
No, I just know that for sure. Like I knew Puffy again socially
Hmm.
from Harlem. You know
Uptown,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
right.
I had my friend from my cousin came from Arizona. I took them to the goddamn basketball game, and we were on the
Hmm.
steps trying to go get into the gym.
Oh, the one he threw.
Something in my soul. It was God.
Yeah.
Turn your head. This is crazy because I got down to like we at the top of the stairs. The people was trying to get. It started feeling crazy. We got down like to the fourth step. I was
Yep.
like,
Let's go.
let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank God that my cousin from Arizona was with me because I might have stayed had I just been with my homegirls. But
Yeah.
I felt very protective of my cousin. I was like, can't nothing happen to my. This would be crazy. What I'm gonna tell my uncle? Nothing.
Right.
Right. Let's go. And then these people
Yeah.
died. So like
Died.
I knew
Right.
knew him socially, very early on. But
Did he had a
never.
rabbit? Did he had a little rabbit riding around the cabriolet?
Yes. I never had the desire to be around him in any capacity, especially as we got older. He got more.
Mm-hmm.
He
Arrogant.
got more successful.
Celebrity.
Gotcha.
Right.
Personally, I just felt the energy was heavy and dark. That's just my personal opinion. So I never wanted to. We used to always, when I lived in LA, he was always having a party.
Yeah.
And at that time, I'm hanging out, I'm in a relationship, I'm hanging out with the girls. I was over with the chicks. So
Yeah.
I had a whole nother life. You know what I'm saying? Like work was work. I did some industry parties. Yeah, I had fun. I worked. That was really that was work for me. And then when I was chilling, I'm hanging out with the gay girls and the guys and doing my thing. Like,
Okay. During that time, did he ever approach you to be in a group? Because around that time he dabbled with a group called Total, and they put
right.
that
No,
group together.
absolutely not. No.
Okay.
I
Okay,
wasn't
so that's
even
what I
that
was like.
proximity to him in my career that way.
Okay.
He was in my first video.
Yeah.
He was in I'm Issue video. If you see,
I'm
like he came to that, because him and Hev were
tight. Uptown. Yeah.
they came up together.
Mount Vernon. Absolutely. Money earning Mount Vernon. They stick together. Absolutely.
Yeah. Nobody finds it strange that everybody's dead. It's kind of weird. Yeah. So
okay.
that's right. I mean,
yeah.
I'll be the only last man standing.
No, Christopher Williams is still alive.
Well, I'm talking about that knows a lot of things.
Oh, yeah. So,
So
what about that book that some people said Kim wrote, but it's from Kamora Simmons?
Oh no, it's just all weird. It's all very, very weird and convoluted.
Okay. Okay,
I
not a
thought about
problem.
writing that.
Let's get back to just you. All right,
Yeah,
'cause
so speaking
let's
about
get back to just
speaking of,
you.
I want to speak about books because you're out, you're LA, you got a daughter. So does your mother have your daughter at this time, or do you have her with you?
Well, when I lived in LA, she was going to school. She was here with my mom. So shout out to my mother. My mother held me down, and
Wow.
and that's where being away and being selfish and not being ready to be a consistent parent. But I was working, what I'm saying? I was doing the album,
Mhm. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I didn't have to have that. She came and visited, she would go get
Yeah.
her, she come hang out. But she didn't live in LA with me. I lived in LA for 2.5 years.
Okay,
And then I came back and we moved to New Jerusalem,
that's what
Jersey.
I'm talking about. Because
New
she got some money, and then
Jerusalem.
you
Yes.
your child.
New
Absolutely,
Jerusalem.
Yeah. And
absolutely. Yeah.
uh
And you liked it, and you liked it.
I loved it. I was on the Bergen County side. Shout out to
Oh my God. Okay,
Maywood,
that's
Hackensack.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes to get on the PATH train and get right back to New York.
I know, right?
so
So
you did
yeah.
it. So you moved back on this side. Your daughter was involved, and then I watched the episode of Iana Fix My Life with you and your daughter, which is very very emotional. Just learn a lot of things from your perspective, and you got to be open to do that. And then there was a book that you were that what's it called? Parenting from Broken Pieces that you wrote a forward for years and years ago. But in that episode, Yana said some things about there's some substance abuse and things like that. And I come from a father who had some substance abuse issues,
Me too.
Yeah,
crack
likewise.
cocaine, and Big O has those same
Correct.
experiences. So we do have a common thread here of some things that, we
sure.
share, even though we don't know each other, which is kind of the, kind of foundation of what KROSS BARZ is about. Sometimes we share
Nice.
things. We don't know each other, but there's some commonalities and some threads that we all can kind of touch, even though we're in different spaces. Even now we're in different states, even on this
Right.
podcast right now. So
Right.
in saying all of that, from the I just wanted to touch on the substance abuse because I just wanted to get another person's perspective of it. I didn't even know your father. I didn't know that part. But
He was a functioning heroin addict. Yep.
so being the child of an addict and then being a recovering addict or, in recovery, what is your perspective of? Because after I got older, I just want to say this. I saw my dad differently after he passed away. In it, I saw him as, oh, how you gonna tell me, and you smoking and you telling me not to do it, and there was no apology, there was nothing you can say that would make me forgive you. But then as I grew up and I see the flip side, he got some issues that he didn't deal with and things like that. So from your perspective, being on both sides, how you
Learning what I learned, starting the recovery journey, it was the most eye-opening thing that we don't see our parents as human for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? We see them as the all-knowing or the word, whatever it is. This like disconnect the humanity. We don't see them as people having experiences and having experienced going through some of the same challenges that we have, right? So I began to understand why maybe my dad, used and why my mom was codependent and why, and then here the product of all of this, right? And now I'm navigating these waters and doing something that could take me away from my daughter. And I know what that feels like. I'd never wanted to leave her like that. Which is the reason why. And really the 6 grandchildren that I have now are before they were even thoughts, they were the reasons. And I got, it's so crazy how on a intrinsic level things that are forthcoming, because I didn't want my grandchildren to be born into the energy of addiction.
Are you
And
clairvoyant? Like a clairvoyant?
I think we all are, but
something,
Okay.
yeah,
real
yeah.
talk, that was the reason. And my daughter wasn't even thinking about having kids, but I was like, I'm gonna break this cycle. I'm gonna break it because I lost my brother started smoking crack. I lost my aunt in between my brother and my dad. These are all people that like we're all the uniques in the family. So these are the people that were most influential to me in who I am as a person. As outside of my mom, um, these are like my people.
Right, right.
And my mother's sister, Paulette, Auntie, I love you, and my brother and my dad. And I lost them very early. So I had a
Mm-hmm.
lot of death trauma, and it was abandonment was wrapped up in there because I was angry. Like you left me,
Mm-hmm.
you made a choice. You could this was like it's something that you didn't have to do and you were doing it
Mhm.
and it
Right.
caused you to be gone. So I was angry with my dad, I was angry with my aunt, angry with my brother. And when in recovery and therapy, realized that. And I did the opposite of what my mother did with me with my daughter because I just wasn't,
Yeah.
I was just not ready. I remember telling my mother, I feel like she's my sister. Like I don't feel maternal. She was like, you'll be fine, relax. So
Right.
too,
Got you.
I think too, that's a lot of reasons she stepped in as well. My mother has always been very supportive of my
Mm-hmm.
career and me doing the things that I wanted to do. Just didn't have the confidence enough to be there like as that person, like a momager, or just kind of I would tell
Yeah.
her things, run things by her. She was working, keeping the roof, you know what I'm saying? Like she was doing what she was doing. She was holding it down with my daughter. There's nobody I trusted more in the world than my mother. Um,
Right.
and that was, being on a Yama, like emotionally, I wasn't there for Akemi. She
Mm-hmm.
had all the things she needed, except from the
Right.
what she needed from me. And now I can look back and understand why. But I was like, you also not gonna drag me because now you're responsible, and not no shade, like and not being funny. I'm here now. I'm present now. I can't. Unfortunately, I
Can't
cannot
change it.
change.
Yeah, can't change it.
Sometimes I sit. I could think about a thought and remember, like, just imagine how she was feeling
Mm-hmm.
being home, by herself. I'm coming home or I don't come home and I'm calling you good. Like, okay, like she's like in sixth grade and I'm like, you know,
Right.
at my friend's
Right.
house and
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling to make sure she gets up and I'm like, that's not like, why are you not here? Like, why are you not here? Like, why is my daughter going to school?
Mm-hmm.
I would
Crazy.
be home when she got home, but or when I had to pick her up. But like it's just I think about them. I was like, oh my God, my baby was so lonely. Like, and I can
Alone.
just burst into tears, and I do, and I just like let it go. But I'm forgiving myself. We are healing our relationship. We are in a great space
Mm-hmm.
now that she's a mother of
Mm-hmm.
6, about to
Of
be 7. I
6.
gotta call her and see if she's in the hospital.
Wow.
Jeez.
Like it
Two
was
this
just
week.
3 on the interview. It was just 3. It was
Hey,
just
hey,
3.
hey,
But
I
she
ain't
had
hey.
just
mad.
had the third one, Gabriel.
Hey,
Now her number 7. So I have 4 boys, 2 girls.
blessings.
Hopefully it'll be 3 girls.
Wow.
You know
All
what?
right.
I'm just being honest. I've always wanted a large family. I told my wife, I said, I wanted as many as I can afford. So I have 3 daughters, and basically my wallet and my checking. You know how the checking
The
goes
way
into
it's
my
set up, it's
that
set
way
up
it's
that
set
Yeah.
up. Just set up.
it,
I'm like 2.5, so I'm kind of like, it, because girls is expensive. I'm just gonna let
yes,
you know,
yes we are.
girls
Yes
are
we are.
very
Yes, sir.
expensive. So
Yes,
I'm
Hey,
just
sir.
hey, from that, did it affect you as a parent though? Growing up, do you think it affected your parenting? I know this is
it
a
is.
show with, but I just had that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it super affected me. So for my situation, I wasn't able to say out loud, because I felt guilty. So, my father, has substance issues. He went to Vietnam,
So did my
and
dad.
I had a traumatic experience where it's, domestic violence, and then now
Mm-hmm.
I'm living with relatives. I can't even live with my parents. My mom now, she's dead, and it's like, oh shit, even my dad's in prison. And I remember when Troy Reed first came around, he came to my town, and he was looking up hustlers in the '90s, and my father came out of prison, and he was trying to repair our relationship. And the other part was, over time, we were able to repair it before he passed,
Mm-hmm.
but it was like because he was a devout Muslim. And I remember when people were like trying to come to him, like, yo, can we, document because you was this big drug dealer, this and that in your life. Da, da, da. He was like, I don't know how to tell a story without people glorifying the negative parts. So he would never tell it. And I always said, like, would I say it? Would I tell it? And then as a man, now I always wanted that nuclear family. So I got married kind of early. I'm fresh out of college. I'm 25 years old, 24, 25. I got a college degree, no kids, nothing. I'm prom beef, so to speak. Yeah, prom beef. I'm a former college athlete. I got 4% body fat, and I got a girlfriend, and I'm looking like, but at the same time, that wasn't my thing. And then over time, that's one of the reasons why me and a couple of my friends, I call them family now, but we started a mental health company. And me becoming a drug counselor, I'm an educator first and foremost, but doing that, and I do a mental health company. So now that's over there, and it's doing very well. But that was, that's where my foundation was, because it truly affected, and still to this day, some of my friends, in college used to look at me and say, like, I can't believe you went through college and you was that wild and everything, and you never drank or smoked. And I was like, I can't. I had to teach my children. Like, we got addiction in our family. You touch it, it ain't gonna affect you like you may see some other people. It's gonna affect you different. Careful. And I'm trying to tell you, stay like, hey, don't take that drink, because in our family, you take that drink, you out of here. Like, you gonna be like, or you smoking everything. So me, I got a problem with sweets. Like, I can't get off a cookie. Yeah, put a cookie in my head.
It's addiction.
My addiction is cookies.
Run the gamut of things.
Yeah, so addiction
gambling,
is addiction.
All kinds of things.
Yeah,
right.
so that's why I'm like, I can't really have vice because of this, and I have addictive personality. That's why, like me looking at Monifah, like, remember I was telling you, I was like, yeah, she on here, I'm gonna holler at Monifah.
You had to have a little pre-talk.
Yeah, they had to have a pre-talk with me. I was like,
hell no.
I was looking, I said, I got that. She was in the bathtub with the legs up here. I was like, I remember Monifah. Yeah, it was Monifah, Dina Howard. You know what I mean? I was looking like, we gotta have
I did that.
Oh, you did it? Yes, you did, man.
I'm saying, I just walked in, got in that tub, and I was like, "Oh my God!" It's like he just was like clicking away.
That's it.
Oh damn! Because I jumped right in that tub with you.
Thing back in the day, album covers is like memorable. Oh, we was on the block, and everybody was outside. You know how you be jonesing on another. That's why your mama. He's like,
hell no, like that.
Like that. He was like, yeah, that's why your dad smoked crack. And everybody, all the dudes on the block, everybody went. And I was like, you blind? No. And it wasn't, but several weeks later, I was in my room, and my dad's rock fell out his pocket in my room. And I had no idea that had even happened. He told me that, but it woke me up for me to look, First person that told me that. On a Jones, dozens.
That's crazy.
You got a good Jones. You got a good, I found out some crazy shit story. Sorry.
I'm serious.
I'm so sorry.
Crazy, but yeah. I had to tell you that. I ain't never said that before, but yeah.
Yeah. That was crazy. Okay, so now I want to ask some other stuff like around that time, because I was a Monifah fan, especially when the remix came with AZ. I was like, hold up now. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like,
on that couch.
Yeah. I was looking. I was like, the light skin. You know what I mean? Look, She had the little thick bottom lip. But look, I'm telling you, I was looking at you. I was looking at you, girl. Listen. I know you're in Atlanta. It ain't that far from me. I'm in Charlotte now. If I see you, okay. Let's go. Okay. All right. So now. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Yeah. So now, you're a household name, and everybody's loving your music, your debut album. And 94, 95, Monifah is the hottest R&B songstress. So now you are swimming in the ocean with some monsters. You got the Mary J. You have this new artist that this guy Puffy was trying to make the new Mary, which was Faith. And that's a whole nother story. And then you had Monica and Brandy doing the Maya, and Monica was doing hers. And I was like, Then you had some girls called SWV.
They were all before me.
No. They were all before you, but y'all all had y'all peak peak around the same time. So now 95, 96, absolutely. It's not like to feel you. With you. So now you're in there and you have these super monsters, and then you have, like, as I call, aliens. So I just said all the monsters you were with. Then you had the aliens that was on another planet, like the Whitney Houstons and Mariahs. So yeah. So those are aliens. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah,
the aliens. Yeah, those are aliens. They were there.
Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So now you're trying to navigate through this thing, and then you have these girl groups that was coming. So you had SWV come on, and they were before you, but they were going through their second album around that time. Then you had the new group Escape, and I wanted to bring that up because your voice and one of the members, I was saying, y'all sound very, very similar. I want to say Latoya.
Oh.
Tasha. I want to say Tasha. I was listening. I was like, I never put it together, but their voices are very. And she's a very
Tasha Scott.
Yes.
Really?
It was on tour.
That's my girl. That's my baby. That's
but she was on tour with the Divas.
The
R&B Divas. She was on tour because she came out with somebody else. I forget. But I was like, holy moly! Like, I never put that together, and I was like, yo, do y'all work together or something? Like, y'all have very similar.
I don't. Wait. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. First of all, I was thinking about her sister. Yes, Latasha. Me and Latasha are super cool. But I was thinking about Tamika.
Oh no, I ain't saying no.
Really, Brave?
That's a dog.
You got a dog named Brave?
Yes, and he just farted, and it stinks so bad. My baby get
my door. Look, that's why I knocked my dog out. He just turned 10, but he would be in here. Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, I know that was something. Yeah, okay. Look at the face. Okay.
Home of the Brave. It's the home of the Brave.
I'm so sorry, but I'm like, really? Like what?
So now you got to navigate this, but I'm trying to figure.
I got to get you back to I don't think me and Latasha sound anything alike.
I don't either.
You're tripping.
No,
she got a lot of vibrato.
Yeah, bye. Good night. I need you to rethink that whole.
Okay, I apologize.
I mean, she can sing, but I don't think that they stay.
I just don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
But during that time, you had Escape.
Anyway,
I'm with you.
You had Destiny's Child coming on. So now it started getting crowded. So now, you're going into your second album coming up. So how do you transition with all of that? As I like to say, the field got super crowded quick in the R&B.
Well, it was already crowded. I came up and I was still broke through because Faith came out right before me. Because these are all the people. I remember when Faith album came out. Yeah. Because she had a studio deal just like you. I was like, when I listened to what you were saying, she was like, I was in the studio with Christopher Williams. Not she's a writer. I'll be sure. Yeah. And she was just doing sessions. So I wrote I wrote I'll be sure. That's my brother. Love you, Al. Yeah. So we kind of like were in this parallel kind of, but she was a writer. I did a lot of vocal reference stuff. Like I worked. Yeah. So I broke through all that. Like I was rocking with them. Like we did shows together. Like, I was, my career was moving. It was upwardly moving. And I was still, that first album hit. It went gold. And then I'm on the second album, Touch It. I'm working for 3 years. With Touch It just alone. That was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I was doing different. I was doing big, all pop festivals, and so I'm going all over the place. I was eating for 3 years behind Touch It. Real talk. Oh, that's so
I believe
so I kind of was I was kind of I was in my own lane. I wasn't even thinking in terms of competition. Okay. I really wasn't. I just wasn't. And by the time I was ready to do my third album, I was, I was like, okay,
it's tired. It was over.
Okay, I'm going to have Teddy Riley do it. No, I was like, okay, what are we doing? Brave, please, Teddy Riley, I
That's
would
what.
say, okay,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
this is a good idea. It's a
Yeah.
good idea.
And your third album is
Creatively,
is
it
your
was an
third
excellent
album the
idea.
Groove and Midnight album? Is that your third album?
Home,
Home. Okay. Home.
Hope.
home,
Home. Home. That was
home.
2000 ish.
So
Yeah.
home,
Yeah.
HOME.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Home. Yeah.
hmm So it's moods, moments, mahogany,
The Mahogany.
home,
And then Home.
right?
Right.
And yeah, mahogany. Yep. Creatively, it was a great decision. Business
Out
wise,
of
not so much. Okay,
Uh,
so it's like
out of
not
all
so
those
much.
three
And
albums,
I was like, I was like, home was the least successful. I can tell it was on that.
So out
I
of
sold
all
like
of those three
350
albums,
of
which
home.
one do you connect with the most? Out of all of those three albums, which one is like Monifah?
Yeah, more
The ones
intimate.
that more speaks to who you are, to your heart, or where you were. Out of all three of your albums, which one do you?
I would have to say mahogany because I EP'd that album. I picked all the songs I wrote on that album. That had a lot of me in it, where I was at that moment.
Gotcha. Okay.
I wrote
Okay.
Have You Ever Been Loved?
Mm-hmm.
I wrote and that was produced by Mario Winans. There's another record, Me Free and True, wrote on that album. Oh my God, what's the name of it? Oh God, I can't think of the name. Anyway,
That's all right.
so it was like I had my peoples on that album. Like I've had my peoples on home album. So it was. I have to say I was in a lot of them. Like it was a lot of me and everything, but the most for me significant because I EP'd that album. That was me by myself. Nobody. I was abandoned by Hev. We weren't seeing eye to eye. And I was like nobody's baby. I was just out there on my own, especially at the record company. So once they did, I fulfilled the third. I had a 6-album deal. The third album, and then they dropped me. So once, yeah, they didn't push they didn't push it. I did the video, and then, but the glorious thing, is that being dropped and not having to owe anything, amazing.
And
so I didn't have to
because
get
they
put
usually
out.
hold you hostage for a minute, and you didn't have to worry about
But
it.
wait a minute, the internet picked up during that time as well.
They sent the box of all my stuff to my house.
My doorman was like, I saw that. You was like, I saw something on that. Yeah, like
word,
they sent the boxes to the crib. This is how we do, right?
Attorney, nothing. I said, God damn. So it kicked up my abandonment issues. I started drinking more. And then, started dabbling in, the cocaine and shit. And then, like that's what I just have to say that I was always a drinker. But
that drinking ain't no joke. That drinking
I was
somewhere.
I know. I was a Remy drinker. I drank Remy.
Look, that drinking had me driving down the New Jersey Parkway the wrong side.
Oh wow!
God bless your soul.
Yeah,
somebody was praying for me. That's why literally that is like one time. Like I can't be drinking like this.
I was a designated drunk driver
and all that.
Oh, you was the best of the drunk of the crew.
Oh, I was the best of course, absolutely. You better gonna believe it.
Ain't not just to say that. No, baby, like no, give
for
her
real.
She good. Like
the best of the worst. You're the best of the worst.
Thank you.
Thank you, God. Yes, testimony. Hey, look, that's the testimony right there.
Thank you, my ancestor. That was my brother.
The
my
best
dad.
of the worst.
That was everybody.
She good? Like me?
No, I'm good. No, because I'm like, if I'm gonna die, it's gonna be in my own hand. I'm not gonna be in the car with no clown that can't drive. For some reason, I was able to like get it together, and be okay. Like I never I had my this is not. But my tolerance was super high. Like I was drinking grown men under the table, and I drank cognac. I didn't drink syrupy, sugary,
straight
drinks.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I was a.
Gotcha.
Oh,
okay.
Praying.
Yeah.
Somebody was praying.
Like, no, most good. Like,
wait a minute. I want I want to ask you, did you come up with that term? Because I heard you say momager. Is that yours or is that like common?
No,
Because
no,
I've never heard.
that's what they call people like Brandy's mother.
Okay, because you said it earlier, like my mom was in there, momager, and I was like this. Okay, I said, I gotta ask.
Shield's mom,
I said, whoa, that was good. You gotta coin that. Oh, it's already there.
It's already. Yeah,
okay, cool. I didn't know. That's all I did. Okay. All right. So now we got this game, right? We go this or that. Now the problem I have when people hear this or that, they refer to another show, and I'm like, I was doing this at Rutgers Radio, RLC, back in 2003. And I don't
even know what other show you're talking about, but so
but way back in the day when I was doing college radio. But what I'm saying is,
he's talking about.
No. So now, we don't get nobody shot. So now, what happens is, I ask you a question, right? And you can say this with that, the one or the other, or you can say neither or both. My objective is I want to make it so hard that you got to say both. Because when I get you to say both, it's like you can't decide because it's so hard. And you be like,
okay, got it.
So I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you an example. All right, example. Grits.
She rolled her sleeves up.
Wait, hold on. Okay, exactly. Sorry, right? Go ahead.
Yeah. So grits or oatmeal?
Grits.
See, real easy. Now some are gonna be easy, some are gonna be hard. All right. So I heard about what you were saying, and there's no wrong answer. There was no wrong answer. Let me say that. Okay. All right. So I was listening the whole time because I have to listen very attentively, and I was like, "Oh, she Harlem." So okay. So now I'm gonna ask you, Dougie Fresh or Slick Rick? Yeah. Go ahead and say both.
One of the brothers all down to the stolen and took to a car and stolen over.
Slick Rick.
Wow.
Yeah, Slick Rick.
Wow. Children's story.
No, kids. I gotta say both.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Dougie has my phone number.
Okay.
Like, like really? That's what you said?
Okay.
Shout out to Dougie. He's a legend.
It's gonna get better. Yeah. It's gonna get better. Okay. Let's go.
Well, one.
Okay. Eric B. and Rakim or EPMD?
Are you freaking kidding me?
That's what I do.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I do.
Jay, seriously?
I'm gonna give you some easy ones.
He won't even let me say nothing. He's taking it over.
Which one? Go ahead, say both. Both.
I know who I would say.
Well,
there we go. Give you some easy ones. All right. Alicia Keys or Beyonce?
Alicia Keys.
Okay. Writers, Dolly Parton or Dionne Warwick?
Well,
Dionne wrote some monsters.
That's what I'm getting ready to say.
Yeah.
So did Dolly.
Yes, that's why I said right.
Like, get out of here. I won't play no more.
She quit. I don't think nobody ever quit on you.
You'll be the first one to quit.
You'll be the first one to quit ever in the history of KROSS BARZ.
Dionne Warwick. Okay, got you.
All right.
I got you. All right. So Dionne Warwick. All right, let's go some easy ones. All right, the Knicks or the Lakers?
The Lakers.
Whoa, I like that. So we go to another easy one. Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Gotta say Jordan because he Aquarius like me, but Jordan because I grew up with Mike.
I got you. You got it, Mike. I got you. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me ask you because now you in ATL, right? Okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, you're not in ATL?
No.
Okay. All right. Oh, in Jersey now. All right. Cool. So look. I'm gonna ask a Harlem question.
A Harlem question?
Yes. Sylvia's or Amy Ruth?
I have to say Sylvia's. Like Sylvia's.
Okay.
Even though Amy Ruth is still open, Sylvia's is too, right? But I haven't been there in years. But you talking about now or you gotta be talking about it's Sylvia.
Okay, cool.
But Amy Ruth fooled
Yeah, no. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. All right, okay. Let me go some writers. Let me throw some because I'm giving you some Harlem questions that some people may not pick up on it. All right. James Baldwin or Nikki Giovanni.
I was very close to telling you to F off right now. Like I was this close to it coming out of my mouth.
Harlem questions.
Rest in peace, Nikki. Yeah.
Both.
Yeah, there we go. Good job. Look. Listen, people don't know how rich that Harlem is.
Hey, Harlem is deep.
Bad.
Yes. Give me some another Harlem movie. New Jack City or Paid in Full.
Oh, New Jack City.
Oh God, you said it easy. Paid in Full, something because you was around that time with Rich and
you know.
Yeah, you knew them.
Yeah. A classic. That's right.
Okay. All right. So look, give you a little easier ones. Okay. Would you take a chopped cheese or pizza?
Pizza.
Ooh, you up the street from the bodega? You gonna get in trouble? Okay. All right.
Chopped cheese ain't my era. That's the little like.
Yeah.
Chopped cheese.
That's okay. You for the era for the dollar slice. Oh, you dollar slice era.
Give me a
slice. Cheese. Hero. Yes. If you said hero, you gotta think. You gotta remember era.
Era. You got a point. All right.
Do better. Go ahead.
Okay. We gotta get some hard ones. Now we going to the hard ones. All right. Okay. What's this? Let me go some singers now. You make it hard. All right. Mary J. Blige or Janet Jackson?
Janet Jackson.
Okay. Michael or Prince?
Both.
There we go. Good job. Yeah. All right. Ooh, get some hard ones. Give them hard. I gotta give them.
So that was 4. That was 3 boths, right?
Yeah. No. All together, you got like 6 of them.
Hell no.
Yeah, remember the first ones? The first 3 were both. Slick Rick, when I actually Eric B and Rakim.
Okay. All right. So then you gotta give me my ratio because I don't know how many questions you asked me, but go ahead.
I said it was gonna be so, but I'm going back home. Okay, now watch this because I make it hard. Wait. Luther Vandross or Freddie Jackson?
Luther.
Okay.
And I love you, Freddie.
Okay.
Luther.
Yeah.
All right. Listen. Intro, the group intro, because that's doing your arrow, or Guy.
Oh, come inside. Oh,
hey, I gotta say, and I love Buddy. I love you. I was just with Buddy the other day. I have to say Guy because that's who I grew up like.
Yeah, I know.
It chose my peers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your peers.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
Guy's
come inside.
You know me, Jay?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I'm testing your metal. Only got a few left. All right.
All right.
A hard one. Jay-Z or Nas?
Nas.
Good job. Okay. Oh, let's give you one. Oh, we gotta go a little harder up because we gotta give him DMX or Jadakiss. There you go. And let's end on an easy one, a very easy one. Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Apple Jacks?
Jack, those are my favorite cereals. That was my favorite
Apple Jacks?
Oh my God. It was
I'm older than both of y'all.
Not much.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like the honesty and the energy because you said some people was trying to be tough and I'm looking at them like I'm asking questions about where you from because you got to go back home. You got to
go back there.
Yeah, you got to go back home.
I said.
Yeah, they was doing that because I was like Easy Rock, but that wouldn't be a fair comparison because Easy Rock career wasn't as
Then
Dougie Fresh. That's no slight to him, but Dougie Fresh is Dougie Fresh. But Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick, they were
Easy Rock was a DJ.
No.
You mean Rob Bass?
Yeah.
Rob Bass. I apologize. You're right. Easy Rock is a DJ.
Yeah.
Rob Bass. Yes, excuse me. Rob Bass.
Yeah. Definitely. But no, you said Slick Rick or Dougie Fresh.
Dougie Fresh. Yeah.
You didn't give me Rob. If you did Rob Bass and Dougie, it would have been Dougie or
all that. Yeah, but that's not a good comparison.
Yeah,
You know,
it's not.
that's not
So
fair.
you did a good one. With
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hold up. Now I want to know how many pairs of 5411s did you own growing up? Because you look like somebody was. Yes.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
You had every color. You was one of the girls with every color. Okay.
No,
yeah.
I didn't know. I only did white and black.
The white.
I got a
What?
pair of
I
red ones
white.
just because we did a flashback, like we did a theme, a 90s theme. I got a pair of red ones.
You don't have the yellow ones? Because, you know, Harlem, y'all used to have the red and the yellow. I used to be like, if I see
but
the.
that wasn't my jam. That wasn't.
Gotcha.
I was more classic.
I always
And
said
I
white.
remember, I grew up on 115th Street, so I had a little bit of the white woman, the
Upper East Side.
Yes,
Yeah.
very that classic. Yes.
Yeah, basic.
Leather
Not
jacket,
too
nice handbag, some Edwin jeans.
ghetto girl fabulous.
Yes, honey.
Yeah. With the door knockers, I got you. Absolutely.
Look, my mom
You
was
didn't do door knockers?
I wasn't that. I wasn't that girl. I wasn't that girl.
She was bougie.
Again, I was Upper West Side.
Gotcha.
With a you know, yes,
right,
I had
right.
fly ass boots and shoes, and like I was nice cute leather jackets, and and Edwin jeans. That I had. Edwin, remember the Edwin jeans?
No, I don't remember them. No, not me. Not me. Always during that time period. No, because during your era, I was looking at the girls because I like the way they fit the Sassoons. Oh yeah.
Yes, that was younger. So nobody should have been looking at my booty. I had Sassoons. I was younger. Only the boys my age should have been looking at my booty.
Absolutely. I was your age. Absolutely.
As a girl, like as a girl I was dating and all that. The Edwins was
Edwins, and we also know that Harlem, they were trendsetters. They always, when you went other places, it was like, okay, and Harlem always put their own flair onto whatever. So you can have the same pair of jeans, but the person from Harlem, they're like, okay, let's put some fringes on the side of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna put some else on. Yeah.
To the fashion capital, like the downtown. So we're in Manhattan. So when we went shopping, we go to the Village. So so did people from Brooklyn, but we were really in close proximity to a lot of the things.
Correct.
Fashion.
Absolutely. I seen like some people who moved to Jersey. They was from Harlem. I seen a girl was like, "No, I gotta put feathers on it." I was like, "Oh, look, that's a regular sweater." You know what I'm saying? Like that's a regular sweater right there. She's like, "Oh no, I gotta put feathers. I'm not doing what y'all do." You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm from Harlem. I was like, so good about Harlem, but always love it. But when you're here and I'm actually listening to what you're saying, it's just like it's reliving my childhood. Like I said, during the time period. It was you had Faith, and even one of the girls that I was looking at because her poster, was because you had the milk bath, and then Adina Howard.
The milk bath.
Yeah, you don't even know all the photos.
You talking about in the
milk bath? Oh no, I never had a milk bath. I had
the bathtub,
and I can tell, but I was in a tub.
Yeah, okay.
On my first album,
I called it the milk bath.
Yeah, because it was. Oh no,
that's what it was. Okay, come on.
Yeah. But she's a soundtrack. She's my college soundtrack. Like a lot of the songs, like I was in them '90s, like killing it. So that's why I think it's just so great to be.
For me,
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
No, go ahead.
What homecoming did you like the best when you was performing during that time? Because you was at a bunch of them.
Was I? I don't remember. I don't remember. Like I drank a lot. I don't remember. I'm like,
Howard. You like we have FAMU. Oh my bad.
No, I don't think I was. Yeah, I didn't do a lot of homecomings though.
Okay. Because I remember in Greensboro, you came through and you did a club.
Sure, I did.
You said a club.
Yeah, it was homecoming, but it was a club. Like, especially she came through. Yeah, she came through. Too long. Because it was a girl. They was real good, but they didn't pop off out of how Pure Soul. It was like 4-girl singing group, and they were pretty good, but they didn't pop off like that. And
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, during that time period, like they would have the homecoming tour and just like Sweet Tea, and then she at that time she was no longer Sweet Tea, she was with Dap, so it's Sugar and Dap, and I'm sitting there like, no, that's Sweet Tea, and it's like now she's dancing, and I was like, okay, so it seems like we were always we were being tested. Put it that way. Like, okay, cool. You're not hit there. You ain't hit the main stage, but we're gonna put you in the homecoming circuit. And it was like we were the modern day Chitlin circuit. Like, yo, go to A&T, go to Central, go to Howard, go to Morgan State, and then Dell State, and you work your way back up, and you just picking bags up on the way home from Florida or Atlanta. So that's why I was like, yeah, you was. And then when you said that, I was like, oh, I didn't realize that because I'm equating the clubs that you were going.
That you did, right, yeah,
that you did.
So many great things, someone. So much you've added to the culture, Absolutely. and still adding to the culture. Got just a couple questions before we get back out of here. If you could say anything to the young Monifah, if you could give her advice,
what would be your message to young Monifah?
To the young Monifah.
Monifah at 17, you came back in time. What you gonna tell her? You only got like 30 seconds.
You are enough. Everything you have, everything you need, you encompass. You have it.
Bars.
That's what's up.
That's bars. That's for everybody. That's bars. I don't have to say nothing.
That's what I've learned. I've been like, girl,
you got everything. You just don't know it yet.
Stop looking outside.
I love it.
Get out the window. Get out the window. It's over here.
Absolutely. Oh, wait a minute. We got to ask you one of the most important questions. Absolutely. What is your favorite accomplishment throughout your career? What's the one thing that you said, you know what, I'm proud of this thing? What are you the most proud of?
Oh my gosh. So I don't know if I've even hit it yet, but that's probably my first answer. I forget a lot of the stuff that I've been so proud. Like, I'm trying to think because I was just actually talking about some. I'm like, wow, I was on a Live Aid stage, with Tina, like with everybody in Philly. Like I was part of a children's choir, Children and Children, and I was on stage with Kenny Loggins and Tina Turner, and like we were like
aliens.
Live Aid, yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I toured with Maxi Priest. I was his background vocalist for 2 years on his world tour. I've worked with amazing people. Oh my gosh, like I would have to. People remind me, I'm like, girl, you was. I probably haven't hit it, but I've done so many amazing things that I'm grateful for. Who like. Oh gosh, James Earl Jones, Charles Dutton, Morgan Freeman. These are things as a kid. So a lot of my stuff happened before, the Monifah thing, right? So I worked with James Earl Jones, my dear.
Darth Vader. Yes, I worked with Darth Vader.
Morgan Freeman. I mean,
a lecture company at Morgan Freeman.
A lecture company.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Doing and working on like August Wilson,
Oh yeah.
Like
which one? Was it Piano Lesson?
It was Milhand's Lunch Bucket. It didn't come, but it's called Milhand's Lunch Bucket. He has such a vast body of work too. So it's like amazing.
Yeah, I always support.
I worked with a lot of different actors, came up with a lot of people, like Carl Payne, Tisha and Sheena. Yeah, like we always at the auditions doing the
Are you going to do more acting now?
Yeah, I do. I should have been, but timing is everything. I got into LaGuardia for both drama and voice, and I opted for voice. I always wondered what my life would be like had I opted to go. It
seems like many artists who opted for acting could sing. So Tisha and they both can sing.
Oh yeah, them mofos. Are you kidding me? Yeah, those are my girls. My girls for sure.
Absolutely. All right. Next time you in Charlotte, you gotta holler at me. I gotta,
You in Charlotte, Jay? Where you at?
I'm in West Virginia.
You're in West Virginia.
I'm in West Virginia.
Okay. I love it. No, I'm not being. I'm definitely
no.
So you West Virginia? Yeah, get that.
It's full of snow right now.
I probably wouldn't see
inches and inches and inches of snow right now. It's crazy outside.
Are you
serious? I ain't going nowhere. Oh yeah, I probably got 8 inches of snow in my backyard right now.
Oh, we got 1 inch, and they act like it was a blizzard down here.
I know
I
they
know
done
my
shut
sister.
everything down.
They
National
shut
Emergency.
everything down. I'm looking out here, ain't even snow in my. It's like maybe a little remnants in the grass.
Dusting.
Yeah, dusting, and they shut everything down. I was like,
Yeah,
It's
they
hilarious.
do. They do.
I was like, I'm
So you got
walking.
anything coming up that you want to tell us about that you're doing before we get out of here, and shout out your social media handles. Anything coming up? And
It's
then social media.
my social media handles. Yes, Jay. My social media handle on every platform is right here on the screen at the Monifah. Right. So that's on KROSS. That's everything. TikTok, everything. IG, Facebook, everything. Everything I'm on. That's it. I had the foresight to make sure everything's the same. Thank you, Lord.
That was awesome. You was gonna forget it. I was like, oh, you forget
it. And I'm doing Laughs and R&B at the only Black-owned comedy club in New York, Comedy in Harlem, January 18th, 10 p.m. You can get your tickets at comedyinharlem.com. And we got some VIP seating left. We got like 10 left. And come have a good time. My niece, my spiritual niece, Young Tef, who is an amazing comedian, and I are collaborating for Laughs and R&B, and we're gonna come give y'all a great performance. And come support the arts, man. Come support Black-owned businesses. That's what we, that's my family. Shout out to Jamie and Nikki Roberts, who are the proprietors of and some talented comedians as well. But shout out to them. They just got some money from Bar Rescue. They were on the show and they got
Bar Rescue. That's my
show.
That's my show. I love Bar Rescue. It don't come on no more.
But yes, Comedy in Harlem. All the greats come through. There should be more coming through. But when people are in town, they hit up Comedy in Harlem. So on any given day, go to the website, check it out. My website is themonifah.com. It will be live this week coming. It'll be live. You'll be able to get merch. I'm an avid crocheter. I'll be selling things that I make. I make beautiful scarves.
Crochet. She got to
slide that in there. Real quick. Be a real nana. She gonna make you making all the clothes for the grandbabies.
Yes, I do. Absolutely. I got 2 new godchildren. And I have their stuff over here right now. I'm in my spirit room, and this is where me. It's only me. Nobody else comes in here. So I have all my crochet stuff, all my spiritual stuff.
Crochet.
I'm a crochet.
Who would have?
And I'm thinking myself this show. So I've been making my kimonos. I make kimonos. I made Janet this wool. I knit it. It's like a big knit. So it was my first time learning how to knit. So I knit this bomb ass kimono. So I gave her one.
We gotta go. We gotta see. I'd like to have me like a KROSS BARZ, custom made Monifah
put my kufi on and everything.
I might have to do y'all in like a little score for saying.
There you go. There you go.
I do these cute little little sweaters with. I do these like cow neck sweaters. They're super thick, chunky, really, really cool. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna send you one, Jay. So have Malik send me your you look like me and you about the same. There we go. All right. Oh, you got me.
She said it in a nice way.
The
big titty committee.
If I lean back a little bit,
Oh, boy. You like Scully's?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you like Scully's.
No. Excuse me, man. I need a big one. My head is enormous.
He got a dome.
Yeah.
He need a Scully with a string on it where you can just.
Like I wear 8 hats and this thing is tight.
You need tight. No, Scully gonna be stretching.
He about to come on.
I want to say hi.
All right. Well, we thank you so much for coming on KROSS BARZ, KROSS BARZ. I'm Jayton, KROSS BARZ Podcast. I'm Jay Tanae. That's Big O. It's KROSS BARZ. That's KROSS BARZ. You can find us on Facebook and X and Twitter and all the other streaming mediums. Thank you so much for blessing the platform. Miss Monifah, appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
God bless you in every endeavor that you have. We had a great time. We'll see y'all later, y'all.
Bye.
Peace.